JBNN keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and to share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Man shot and killed by police in Crusher Lane, Portmore. An unidentified man was shot and killed after allegedly engaged a police party in an armed confrontation in Portmore, St. Catherine, on Monday night. At about 7 p.m., police personnel reportedly conducting an operation in Crusher Lane, Old Brayton, Portmore, when they were reportedly fired upon by the man. The police reportedly took evasive action and the man was shot and injured. The police say they seized a Taurus G2 9mm pistol affixed with a magazine containing 5 rounds. It was assisted to the Spanish Town Hospital where it was pronounced dead. The Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom has launched a probe into the matter. Wanted man charged for allegedly assaulting cops in Spalding, Clarendon. The police have charged a wanted man for allegedly attacking cops when they tried to apprehend him on Saturday in Spalding, Clarendon. Charged with assault occasioning actual bodily harm and assault of common law is 33-year-old Andrew Wilkinson, a farmer of Brandsland in Spalding. Reports from the Spalding police were that at about 11:30 a.m., lawmen were patrolling in the town centre when they saw Wilkinson, who was wanted by the police. According to the police, the lawman approached him and attempted to place him under arrest, but he resisted, and he proceeded to hit one of the officers in his face, causing bruising and swelling. He then pulled a weapon and advanced toward the officers in a threatening manner, according to the police. He was shot during the altercation and taken to hospital, where he was treated and released into police custody. He was subsequently arrested and charged. A court date for him is being arranged. Bus conductor allegedly killed by a driver for $150 in Kingston. Bus passengers were left traumatized on Monday when a bus conductor was stopped during a dispute with a bus driver at about 12 noon in the busy commercial district of downtown Kingston. The dispute was allegedly over $150. The deceased has been identified as 36-year-old Kemar Murray, otherwise called Paul, of Top Temple Hall in St. Catherine. The incident happened at about 12:20 p.m. along Orange Street near Haywood Street. The police's communication arm reported that during an argument between Murray and the bus driver, the driver approached Murray and stabbed him in the left side of his neck. The driver then escaped on foot. A friend of Murray rushed him to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. A manhunt has since been launched for the driver. Teen accused of breaking into Central Village Primary School remanded. The 18-year-old charged allegedly breaking into White Mall Primary and Infant School in Central Village, St. Catherine, was today remanded in the St. Catherine Parish Court. Prince Brown of Windsor Heights in Central Village is charged with housebreaking, larceny, and malicious destruction of property. Me only broke inside, but me never thieved nothing, Brown said in court. The judge told the clerk of court that Brown needed legal representation to advise him. Attorney at law Tanya Scarlett was assigned to represent Brown, who is to return to court on March 26. The court heard allegations that on February 23, Brown was caught on closed-circuit television breaking into the school. He reportedly stole $5,000 and damaged a cash register in the process. A report was made at the Central Village Police Station in St. Catherine. An investigation was launched, which resulted in the arrest and the subsequent charge of Brown. Policeman charged with murder and shooting death of chef. The sister of Ruby's ultra-lunch chef, Jermaine Richards, who was shot dead just outside his workplace in January, has expressed her appreciation for the Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom, which probed the case and laid charges against the policeman involved in the incident.
And I am very much appreciative of the work of Indicom. It's just a moment where I'm lost for words and just leaving it in God's hands and in the hands of the justice system, that justice will definitely be served. My note will get better.
How is the family coping though?
Still not well, because it's still a moment of shock, of disbelief. The funeral is on Sunday, so we're still trying to come to grips and trying to face reality that this is really happening. I think it should be more, but at the end of the day, as I said, I'm just leaving it up to God and up to the justice system.
So, do you think at the end of all of this, justice will be served at the end of it?
In the name of Jesus, justice has to be and will be served.
Corporal Patrick Williams appeared at the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday to answer to the charges, which also include using a firearm to commit a felony, assault occasioning bodily harm, assault of common law, and willfully making a false statement to an Indicom investigator. Williams was granted bail in the sum of $1 million with 1 to 2 sureties and reporting conditions. He is to return to court on April 30 when his case will be mentioned. Richards, who worked as a chef at Ribby's Ultra Lounge, was fatally shot on January 24 during a confrontation with an off-duty policeman in the parking lot of the Arden Emirates Plaza complex where the restaurant is located. The incident triggered protests from residents of Fleet Street in Kingston where Richards resided. The community members demanded justice for the 40-year-old man they claimed was unjustly killed. Man dies after gun attack at his home in Central Village. A 58-year-old man was fatally shot at his home in Central Village, St. Catherine last night. He has been identified as Devon Brown, a mason from compound in the area. According to reports, around 10:20 p.m., Brown was at home when he was attacked by unknown assailants who shot him. He was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital where he was pronounced dead. No motive has been established for the killing. The incident remains under investigation. KSAMC purging its payroll to prevent fraud and corruption. The Kingston and the St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSAMC, is carrying out a major purge of its payroll of people collecting monthly paychecks under the guise of being employees of the corporation. This was disclosed on Tuesday by Mayor of Kingston, Andrew Swaby. Speaking at the monthly meeting of the Municipal Corporation at the Jamaica Conference Center in downtown Kingston, Mayor Swaby said his administration is embarked on a campaign to crack down on corruption, waste and fraud at the KSAMC.
There are persons on the payroll of the KSAMC who have never showed up to work but receive full salaries. In the Raytown division in central Kingston, 2 persons were being paid to manage the sanitary conveniences that were never open. These contracts were not renewed. In doing so, we ensure taxpayer money were being spent wisely. At the St. William Grant Park, we inherit a workforce of over 30 people, but some were signing in and working elsewhere. We have downsized the team to 9 dedicated workers. This improved efficiency, reduced costs, ensure better use of public funds. Today, the park is in a much better condition, maintained by 9 persons compared to when it is managed by over 30. For the first time, we have introduced a formal reporting system for international engagements. While participation in global forums is not new, we now require written reports to be submitted to the Civic and International Affairs Committee and the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development. This is required even when trips including accommodation are funded by our international partners who extended the invitation.
Hyde to appeal sentence. Matthew Hyde, who admitted to torturing his ex-girlfriend in a dorm room on the University of the West Indies Mona campus in 2023, will seek to appeal his 13-year sentence. Sources close to the case confirmed that the appeal had been made based on an excessive sentence, as the 22-year-old hopes to cut down the amount of time he'll spend in prison. The Court of Appeal has reportedly confirmed receipt of the appeal, and Hyde is awaiting a date for the matter to be heard. He was given 15 years and 7 months behind bars during his December 2024 sentencing. However, his time spent in jail reduced the final sentence to 13 years and 9 months. His attorney, Patrick Peterkin, had entreated the court to stick to a sentence of 3 to 4 years behind bars in consideration of Hyde's age, remorse, and mental challenges. In sentencing Hyde, Justice Caroline Typol said, "It is horrifying what was done to the complainant in this matter, and persons who act in this inhumane way must prepare themselves for significant periods of imprisonment." Hyde had admitted to repeatedly burning his ex-girlfriend with a clothing iron, as well as beating and kicking her over the course of several days at his room on Georgia Lane Hall at the University of the West Indies Mona campus. He was sentenced after pleading guilty to 7 counts, including 4 counts of grievous bodily harm and 1 count each of false imprisonment, malicious communication, and assault occasioning actual bodily harm. Typol had said anything more than a 15% discount on his sentence as a result of that guilty plea would be inappropriate and would shock the public conscience. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.